This story centers on a woman who has spent most of her life doing what was expected of her. She became a wife, a mother, a provider, and a problem solver. She learned early on that marriage wasn't about happiness. It was about sacrifice. When things got hard, she didn't walk away. She stayed, fixed, adjusted, and endured. That's what she was taught love looked like. But time has a way of changing everything. Her children are grown now. The house that was once full of noise, laughter, and chaos has become painfully quiet. Without the distraction of parenting, she's forced to face a truth she has been avoiding for years. Her marriage no longer feels like a marriage. The man she shares her life with feels more like a roommate than a partner. Conversations are short. Affection is rare. The spark that once existed has slowly faded, replaced by routine and emotional distance. She isn't just unhappy, she's invisible. As her emotional disconnect deepens, it begins to affect her physically. She feels drained, unwell, and restless, like her body is carrying the weight of years of unspoken pain. Staying in the same place feels suffocating, but leaving feels terrifying. Still, something inside her knows she can't continue living on autopilot, so she leaves. She travels to New Orleans, a city alive with culture, music, and soul. On the surface, she tells herself she's there to spend time with her daughter, but beneath that excuse lies a deeper purpose. She needs space. She needs perspective. Most of all, she needs to remember who she was before life reduced her to roles and responsibilities. In New Orleans, everything feels different. The city breathes energy into her. The music, the movement, the people, it all awakens something she thought had died long ago. That's when she meets a man who changes everything. He doesn't try to fix her. He doesn't define her by her past. Instead, he sees her as she is in the moment, flawed, uncertain, and beautifully human. He invites her to dance, and in that simple act, something shifts. Dancing becomes a metaphor for freedom, for letting go, for allowing herself to feel joy without guilt. Through this new connection, she begins to rediscover parts of herself she forgot existed: her confidence, her sensuality, her laughter, her emotional depth. For the first time in years, she feels seen. Not as someone's wife or someone's mother, but as a woman with desires, dreams, and needs of her own. But healing is never straightforward. As she opens herself up to something new, old fears return. Guilt creeps in. Loyalty pulls at her heart. She questions whether she deserves happiness or if wanting more makes her selfish. Meanwhile, unresolved emotions from her marriage resurface, forcing difficult conversations and painful honesty. At the core of it all is one powerful realization: love should not require begging, instructions, or self-erasure. She no longer wants to explain how to be loved. She wants a love that listens, understands, and meets her halfway. By the end of her journey, she isn't just choosing between two men or two paths. She's choosing herself. She finally remembers who she is beneath the years of compromise and quiet suffering. She understands that happiness isn't something to apologize for, and starting over doesn't mean failure. This story is ultimately about self-worth. It's about women who were taught to survive instead of thrive, about marriages that quietly fall apart behind closed doors, about the courage it takes to walk away from what's familiar in search of something honest. And most importantly, it's about learning that the most powerful love story isn't always with another person. It's the one you build with yourself.
For full video, click related link below or like and subscribe this channel.